Will you cover your face? I'm Michaé.
I'm Quintell.
We are Ghostreaders.
We gotta do that.
So, no, we don't got to. But who knows what we're doing now, right? Because videos is a whole different
Woo!
anti-mo.
What if I was going for a thing? Right. What if I wanted to be right eye?
Right eye? Oh wow. I'm not. All right. So a question for you. Do you have a favorite candy?
Yes.
Guess.
Reese's white chocolate Heath.
Really?
It's all three combined into one. No.
Oh.
Those are the three.
I thought you was gonna say
I feel way more forward than you. Scoop
well,
forward.
I'm sitting back. I mean, I thought you was gonna say gummy worms. No?
I mean, I'll eat them, but then no, sour gummies. They have to be
gummies.
sour worms. Sour worms.
Yeah.
Not just gummy bears.
Mm-hmm. And that, so not chocolate, like a candy.
Oh, well, everything I just named was chocolate.
Right, yeah. So
candy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I don't really do candy anyway.
Yeah, you don't do sweets like that.
So I would have to think about it. There might be something, but if I can't think about it, then I guess it's not a favorite, right?
Yeah, I think I like chewy stuff. So, like, you know how they have I don't like sweet tarts. That's just like eating chalk. But they have chewy sweet tarts. What?
Sweet tarts is like eating chalk?
Well, not sweet tarts. What is it? No, it's not the sweet tarts. It's the Smarties.
Oh,
Smarties.
I was about to say, bruh.
But even sweet tarts, I like the chewy sweet tarts.
Yeah, those are good.
Not the regular ones.
Smarties, chalk. I guess they do have some. You remember those? Inappropriate. I think we talked about those before, the little cigarette things. When you said chalk, it just made me think about the puff.
Exactly.
It was gum, right? But it had like little powder in it.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
You know exactly why, because they was targeting you at a young age.
Shame.
And I like that whole family of candies. So
we're not gonna do this candy thing like we did that gum thing.
We just might. Everybody knows what lemon heads are, right? Mm-hmm. But then you got lemon heads, and you got cherry clan.
Yeah, cherry clan.
And then grape heads. And then you got apple.
Apple.
You got the apple.
Yes, Johnny Appleseed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, I like all of those. And then when you finish eating the candy, what do you do? You do the little
That's about how it sounds with the box.
Yeah, you know what you're doing, but like after the box get real wet,
Yeah.
And normally when the box is wet,
that's what those boxes. I think you could do those with the Boston baked beans too.
But with candy, when you get the box wet, it's no good. But other than that, it's good to have a wet box. But yeah, I like that whole family of candy, if you can call them that.
Mm-hmm. Because it's
right.
I don't really do lemon heads like that though. But the other ones I like.
The other ones I like, yeah. And then Skittles. But I think I really I eat Skittles all the time. I just eat them.
You do?
I know I will. I'm saying I will. I always, there's no bag of Skittles that I'm like, I want to eat those. But I'll eat, I think I like the purple best.
So you like the sour Skittles?
They're all right.
But you'll eat them just because.
Exactly. I'll eat them. What I prefer is the purple ones. There's berry medley.
Skittles.
Something like that.
Yeah.
None of these people are paying us. We just.
Scratch all of that. We don't like no candy.
Yeah.
How about that?
Skittles. We would love to promote you. You know what I mean?
Taste the rainbow, but not.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
I don't know. You said it.
Take it back.
We'll see what happens. But
yeah,
okay.
Those are good stuff.
Okay, so let's talk about what we read.
Yes.
Right. Talk about
what we read together separately.
Both. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because I read it and I was like, ooh, you need to read this. Because we're in the middle of something, we trying to, increase our credit. We're trying to buy a house and all that type of stuff. So it was like,
ooh, I moved the camera.
So it was like perfect. So I was like, okay, read this. And I knew you were going to have some issues with it, but I knew what you could get from it would be worth it, right? So, we're not trying to be circumspect. The name of the book is Debt Cures, right? Dude's name is No, I'm gonna put a whole thing over the whole screen.
Oh,
so unless you want me to do that, you got to go lower because it's gonna be on your face, like right there. Right. So So yeah, debt cures. I just felt like it was useful for us, So like what I would say, like the things that I got out of it. Yes, we do like E-Man, right? We'll talk about the good. You never watch E-Man like that, but yeah, movie reviews. I think he probably has he probably went to school for film. So he says like, all right, let's talk about the good, the bad,
and the ugly.
Nah, the reason. He says the reason, so. But yeah, so like probably like the pros in the book was you literally can call your credit card folks and be like, hey, can you lower my interest rate? I'm like, it's annoying. It's one of those
stuff.
Yeah.
Like all this time.
Yeah. And that's how it is. Like when you're a professional at something, you know all the basics and all the little things. You know the high end, but you also know you got to split that button, right? And you be like, oh, I didn't know that. You know what I mean?
Lifting this whole thing up the whole time.
And all I had to do. And that's it. So as far as I read the book and I did it. I called PayPal. Yep. Say, hey. And went through he said, do the script. Hi, what's my interest rate? I tell you what it is. Wow, that sounds really high. Can I have it lowered? And it did it. And I was like, So I was like, do it with all of them. You know what I mean? Have everybody lower their stuff. Did you try?
I did. And I got the other thing that he said might happen. Oh, no, we can't do that right now. That's okay. Well, one of mine, it was already, it's a variable rate. Okay. So it had varied up and then it had already varied back down a little bit, but it still wasn't enough. So I'll call back and try again. And then I'll do the other thing. What? Increase the limit.
I forgot to do that. Yeah.
So that's the other option too, which is, it has almost the same effect, but you have to decrease your debt to income ratio. So if you have more ratio, you have a bigger credit limit, then that'll help that. So, and I don't know, sometimes they'll ask you, they'll just do it, like they'll send you a thing, or sometimes they do it automatically.
And you can call and ask, or some of them you can do it right from the website.
You put in like your annual salary or whatever, and sometimes you can do it, but you can also just ask.
Right.
Because we did do that before a couple years ago. It was like, hey, we're thinking about making a big purchase, and we want to use this, and we got significant increase.
And that wasn't
that we didn't
to our benefit. We was trying to do something, didn't work out. But at least that was another situation where we learned.
You're not doing it to actually use the credit. Nope. That's the key. Nope. You're doing it just to give you that room. So you keep that same whatever you were at before.
Keep that same energy. That same financial energy.
I've never maxed out a card. Praise the Lord.
Well, yeah.
Don't intend to.
You're right.
So half the time I don't know what my max is. But you want to, if you can push it out there and stay within your boundaries.
Yeah. Push it all the way up. Like, listen, I don't care. You give me $1 million.
I'm going to buy a house. Give me $20,000.
Right.
Sure.
And I think the other thing that I'm working on that I liked about it was the grants.gov. So I'm working on that, for the business. Because again, it's just the government has this money and they be like, yeah, we got it to give away to people, but ain't nobody showed up for it. So it's sitting here. And I'm like, well, let me see.
Let me get some of that front. Let me get that off your hands.
Right. It's just like I'm already in the system because, with the pandemic, I, had an EIDL, for my photography business. So I was like, well, I'm already in there. They know me already. So let's see what we can do. And they had, what is it, the NAIC codes or something like that. I don't know if you've ever interacted with that, but it's like the job codes that like, okay, these are the things that we do, or the jobs, what should I say, like things that you can say, hey, I can do these things. You're telling the government that.
Like so skill set.
Yeah, something like that. So like, if you type in what you do, they'll tell you what codes relate to what you do. So
and these codes will do what?
Basically, when you apply for a job, your profile will say, okay, they do these things, or a contract or what have you, or a grant. Oh, he does these things, so I typed in photography just to make sure they're like, oh yeah, we do that. So you can, because depending on what you do,
they might not have the codes. So
we can't give you nothing, So
I'm black. I'm a girl.
And they're like, thank you. But
they have grants for that. I mean, they specify. He called that out, minority and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Just money.
So I'm doing that, but then also I'm doing the minority business type thing, just to see,
What do they
things
have for
are available.
narrators?
Well, I don't know yet. I have to get into the system and then I'll see.
Okay.
And I'll look, and that seems the type of thing, like, because I know at one point we were looking at doing some the voice thing. Thank you for calling. For such and such, press 1.
Mm-hmm.
The response system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's like, oh well, has to be lots of government agencies that may need or want. So like, hey, we looking. So that was, to me, that was like that. Oh, and then the last thing that we're not doing this yet, but it's in my mind, the PMI. Remember what you said about PMI? Remember what that is? Yeah, the private mortgage insurance. Yeah, like if you don't put down 20% of the purchase price,
Yes.
then they charge you to insure the money. And
yeah.
Side note, just on the PMI thing, like, you don't think what it is. PMI, private mortgage insurance. And my homeboy told me this, like, if you're an investor, you can give your money to the bank and they'll lend your money out to people to buy cars, all this type of stuff. And that's what's insured.
Yeah.
So you can actually make money as an investor doing that type of stuff. But what he was saying was, come up with 20%. If you can't come up with 20%, once your loan hits that mark where you are over 20% paid off, then you call them. And the great thing is, you can either pay it down or the prices can go up in your area, and then you have equity. You have somebody do a inspection. And then they say, oh, okay, well, your house is not worth this. Hey, take that off there.
Don't get that off of me.
Take that off there, because it's just an extra fee, and it's like
unnecessary. I guess you're still on the good. So
yeah, that's the good. Well, no, we good.
I did the credit report piece. Just with checking. That's, everybody says it. You hear it all the time more now. Check your credit report. Check your credit report. Just we used to doing it annually because it's free. Once a year for everybody. So you can check it annually, but also check it more often.
Right.
Because that stuff roll off. You want to make sure that you're getting the benefit of the stuff rolling off. And then he said 90% of stuff is wrong, right? Not 90% is wrong. 90% of people will have something on there, that is not right. Yeah. So it's like, let me go and look and see what's not supposed to be there. Yeah. And make sure it gets taken off. So more than once a year.
And the monitoring piece, which, I hope it's good. Like, my bank does it.
Yeah.
So, it's like, okay, with my bank,
the bank does it. Some of your cards do it, like if you have a store card or a credit card, they'll give you the option to do it.
And every other week, somebody has a security breach.
Oh.
And remember we keep getting in the mail, oh, sorry, blah, blah, blah. You can sign up for credit monitoring for 3 years or something like free. That. I'm like,
should take advantage of those.
Yeah, because it's like, well, you know what? Yeah, it's just credit monitoring. A lot of times I just ignore it, but I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't. If it's there, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Take all the eyeballs. All right. So listen.
Wait, I got one more thing.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Checking so you check the credit report. So the payments, making payments on things.
Oh, what you mean not making?
Like, if you have a monthly something, paying it more frequently. Like weekly, I'm already
in the same
on my
amount.
Bi-weekly thing.
Same amount. If your monthly is $1,000 a month,
just break it down.
$250 every week.
Yeah.
$500 every 2 weeks. What if you can do it?
So much money.
Yeah, because you're paying interest.
Yeah. So that's definitely, I was like, maybe I should go to weekly because I'm already doing bi-weekly. Yeah. And I was like, when I get paid, I'm paying the payment. And then you just push out your date.
So you like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Get it all the way out. Next year's on 2020.
But even that though, you know what? I mean, do it and feel good about it. But I think that's a game too. Them telling you your date is pushed out is them trying to encourage you
not to pay. Well, but that's not the point. So I don't care about that. I just want to get it. So, if something happens, guess what? I really don't have to pay this. I can put that money over there. Yeah. And then I can get it paid off sooner.
Right.
Yeah, I can leave me alone.
And then, if you paying it weekly already, let's say your payment is $1,000 a month. If you got an additional $5 to do it, you know what I mean? Pay $251.
Yeah, we don't pay the minimum.
Or whatever. No, but as much as you can. But yeah, no, that was great. Like, wow. I think the other thing that I liked about the book was was such a good reader. It was like it didn't feel like he was reading.
He was doing
a workshop, a presentation.
Yeah.
But
just talking. Somebody recorded him talking. That's what.
Here's the thing, though. Like from a production standpoint, you could say it was bad because you could hear the pages turning. But hearing the pages turning to me was like, okay, this dude is definitely reading.
Well, like, also he didn't he didn't get rid of his stutters or he repeats swallows stuff and pauses, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but it was done in the studio.
Part of Ghostreaders.
Right, exactly. You could tell based on the goofball. You could tell based on the sound that it was professionally. Yeah, it sounded great, but I was like, this is not kind of like perfect narration.
Yeah,
but great voice, and then just the way you were engaged. But yeah, so here's the cons. I feel like you need to read the book because you need the information, and I feel like you need to feel his energy in terms of, you know, what he said about the industry and how they out to get you and all that. But he stayed on that soapbox for 95% of the book.
It was a lot of repetition. I mean, if you're not used to hearing it, I guess, you know, it's a different level. So it's like, here's the basic. If you've never heard this information before, you're totally astonished.
Yeah.
Versus it's like, okay, I understand what they're doing. Give me the facts of how I can get stuff handled and removed and adjusted and all that. It's a lot of backstory.
It is.
It's like, can you believe blah 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 blah? And then they do this.
Yeah. I feel like he had.
It's okay.
Yeah, I feel like he had 5 major points.
Mm-hmm.
And he stuffed in a whole bunch of filling around it. But I think it's worth it to get those 5 major points, you know. Now what I want that book as a
it's like eating one of those patty things where it's like that many layers of bread and the meat is right there.
Right. But the meat is so good that it's like, okay, that's fine, you know. But and I was like, yeah, so we used to Jamaican patties and we had Haitian patties and they had so much bread. You're like, oh my gosh. But I want a hard copy of the book. I would get a summary.
Is there a revised version? Because it's a little old.
I don't
just
think
at
so.
Least like, you know, the stuff that he references is in the book and all that. Well, he said go to the website.
Let me tell you why there's probably not a revised version.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So now listen, y'all know what we do, right? You know, when we both read a book, we try to find the author and say, hi, author, we enjoyed your book. This is what we do. We would love to interview you and talk with you about your book. And I tried to look up Mr. Kevin Trudeau and I can't find any contact information because he has issues with the United States government. So that they don't want you to know about is his product. So there's debt cures. And then there's weight loss cures, and there's a few other things. Why are you doing that? Okay.
Sorry. It was bothering me.
So, yeah. Side note, I mean, I think I want to.
Which side?
Oh, I want to do the whole thing. I think I want a new stand and some new lights.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that might be enough for us. How are you feeling about not having headphones on? I know that's a part of your podcast experience. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right, cool. But I think I do want to get.
But I like to hear me in my left ear.
Just the left? But yeah, I do want to get just throwing it out there, you know, just a new sound situation too. But anyway. Yeah, I guess he made some claims. Whenever you do any type of FDA type deal, you know, you get in trouble. And, you know, they hit him with fraud stuff. And I think he was fined like $30 million.
$30 million?
I think something like that.
It seems significant.
He ain't paid it yet, as far as I know, you know. So it's like, and I was like, well, I still want to talk to him. You know, I want to be like,
send him a letter. Become his pen pal. Or is he in government prison?
I don't think he's on a state-sponsored vacation right now. I don't think so. But yeah. But I'm going to look, though. You know, I looked on his website and I didn't see contact information. But let me see if there's a address. I forgot to look for that. And I'm going to send him a letter. Be like, yo, can we talk? You know.
Don't sing that.
Yeah, I can't sing that. You know, I can't see.
What is you? Why your face all in the camera? See, that's the
I try to see my notes. I gotta have it on the phone. I know, right? Yeah, normally you
down your nose.
But yeah. Like I say, I really love the energy of the audiobook. You know, it was cool. But I mean, that's him though. So that's what we read together. What are you reading right now?
I am on the third book of the Babylon Rising series.
Oh, right. Yeah, we were reading The Secret of Ararat.
I was, and then I read the other one. Now I'm on the Europa Conspiracy, which is the third one. I don't remember what the second one was. I can't even think of it. But yeah, so I'm reading that right now.
Okay.
Somewhere near the beginning of it.
You feeling it? You like it?
Well, I'm continuing the series, are I not?
Yeah. How you? I mean, Left Behind was Left Behind was like the Infinity Saga. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, it's Tim LaHaye again. So
how would you compare this series? I mean, I know it's a short series.
This is it's more contained. It's more contained. That's like a whole world
like a side quest
thing. Yeah, it's one person mainly doing his thing, but he's still uncovering biblical artifacts and fighting against the people trying to form the one world government and all that good stuff.
Okay.
So, but he's just a man. It's just a man. But it's the same, getting into that end time, revelation stuff and biblical prophecy coming to pass.
Eschatology.
Fun things.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you doing this thing. I wonder how that book is doing. Is that new?
No. It's old. Okay. Yeah, it's
old. Does he have any new stuff?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Do they?
Yeah. Okay. It's not both of them. This one is just Tim LaHaye. The other one was Jerry Jenkins and
right.
So this is him and somebody else. I don't remember. But it's old.
Okay. All right. I am reading Why Wakanda Matters.
Why does Wakanda matter?
Well, it's okay. So a couple things with that. It is a collection of scholarly essays on, just
scholars. Who the scholars?
It's a bunch of them. You know what I mean? So a lot of people with a whole lot of letters behind their names. You know what I mean? So it's interesting, and I'm gonna tell you, so nobody said this in the book because this book is about the first film, Black Panther. I don't think the second one had come out yet. And reading it, I kind of had an epiphany because I struggled with. I need you to get a different sound. I struggled with just Chadwick passing. That was difficult for me. And then when they did the new film, they connected, the Black Panther actually died. And I was like, huh. And Shuri was still young. And, I know a lot of the buzz was Shuri's unfitness to be the Black Panther, and that was a lot of the discussion. But if we're there and we're talking about grief and how life can happen and stuff like that, and even just the idea of them bringing these comic book characters into real life, maybe somebody can die when you're unexpected, when you don't expect them to. And then when they die, whoever's left to pick up the pieces has to pick up the pieces.
Right.
Whether they're fit or prepared or ready or not, you just have to go. And I think that was like, okay, and I'm very forgiving because I love comic books. So I'm not one of those, they did that wrong, it's this way in the book. I don't care. I'm just happy that they're making the films, But it was like I remember hearing somebody, just talking about Shuri, and you just saw Shuri in the last film, and she was, just really playful and kind of immature, and you didn't see that side at all.
She had to
grief changed her.
Yeah.
Before she had to level up, grief changed her. Like she wasn't leveling up. Her brother was dead. You know what I mean? And then her father, and then her mother. Well, her father, and then her brother, you know what I mean? And then her mother. So
now you're gonna have to do it. I mean, I don't know who just came up from under that rock, but just in case, there's that one who still ain't seen it.
No, I don't care. It's been, if you haven't seen it at this point, you're not
gonna watch it, or you don't care.
You don't care. Yeah, you ain't pressed. You know what I mean? So
it's bothering me, you guys.
Okay. So yeah, but I was like, it just made me kind of look at the film in a different light. The Wakanda forever, Wakanda flame. But yeah, wow. Yeah. It just made me look at the film differently. And I think I can appreciate it in a different light. Like, okay.
You want to go watch it? Did you watch it with the commentary? You usually do those. You didn't do the second. You didn't even watch it again.
I did. I've watched it more than once. I've seen it more than once.
Not as much as you watched Black
the first
Panther.
one. No, because it was difficult. Because it was sad for me, you know. But I think I can do that. And yeah, I should watch it with the commentary. I don't think I did. Yeah, it was hard enough to just watch it. I had to get to that point. But yeah, and just, you know, the idea. So what I like about this book, you know, is just the fact that this is something, and I think scholars can write about anything, right? You know, if you get somebody who has a doctorate and you give them a topic, they can do their research and write. Mm-hmm. But I think this is worthy of scholarly scrutiny and analysis.
Well, so do they.
Which is why
the book.
Right. Yeah. So, and I think, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be on my my list of 7 books, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to read books based on my personal sphere of influence in my head. And since comic books is in that world, I think this is a good one to really dive into, because it approaches it differently. I mean, it still talks about the stories, but it just talks about the impact on the world and the impact on Black children and, you know, all that type of stuff. So I like it.
So what are you reading after that?
After I finish Wakanda Forever? I mean, why does Wakanda matter? Right now, well, in my The Power of the Decree is in my
read that already?
No, you read it. You know, you told me to read it, but I hadn't read it. So I'll say the other thing about this Why Wakanda Matters book is the narrator. Like, dang, this is like James Earl Jones' cousin. You know what I mean? He just has this richness,
heavy voice
to his voice. Yeah, and it's just smooth. And then he can do the academic stuff. And then when it feels like it needs to be a little less informal, he's informal. He sound like a brother with an A. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow.
What about a brother?
Well, no, he don't sound British. Yeah.
He a brother.
Yeah.
Not a brother.
Yeah. So it's no, it's a good read. It's a good read. You know, I am at 54 books read
for the year.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do a book a week. So instead,
I don't know where I am. Well, you know, I have my no. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, I have my categories, and I was trying to do 2 in each category. So I think I've at least hit. I know I hit each category for sure, and I almost have all categories twice. So I think, you know, you keep interrupting me.
Oh yeah, read this, read that. But yeah.
So yeah, I'm in the double digits.
Yeah. What's your shirt say? Yeah, push them out there. Push it right in. Push them in the camera. They need to read the shirt though.
Narrow.
Oh no.
Narrow.
Lift it up. Lift them up. Yeah.
Narrator, I read you your rights.
Right.
There's an author's one too.
What author?
I think the author one says, I know my rights, and it has a pencil.
Right.
But WRIT.
And you can pick this shirt up at,
I don't even know.
It's the right
stuff merch. I know.
.com. Yeah, with the WRITE. Yeah, so
you can put in the sound effects later.
Somebody bought a bunch of my narrator shirts on Amazon the other day. I was like, who's this?
Which one?
And a pop socket.
What does it say?
I think this is just like an audiobook narrator. It has a microphone in the middle, something like that. I forget which one it is. And I was like, okay, who out here narrating it?
Narrating.
Yeah.
I want to narrate. Listen, we got a lot of people that write books.
Yeah.
We just keep finding out. Stop pointing at stuff. Why are you pointing at things?
Oh, I'm trying to, you know.
I was saying whole words. I was like in the middle of sentences and you in. Now you distracting me. What I was saying. Rewind the tape.
We know a lot of people that are authors and such.
Okay. Don't be off my game.
What?
Yeah, so those people and the people that we don't know should like hit us up. I told you before, I want to do like little shorts, but reading.
Shorts?
No, not wear them.
Oh.
Read them. Like, you know, just, I don't know if necessarily a short story, but I do want to do a whole story. So like if somebody has a story they want to share and we can actually read it, you turn the lights off and you just listen.
Oh, like a story time. Yeah.
And you just turn the lights off.
I mean,
and see, I gotta do.
It's not the same.
This is the stuff that I would do when I'm not on camera, and now I gotta.
I mean, we still gonna make it audio. This bumping stuff. I mean, I'm still gonna put it on.
That's
audio,
why I need my headphones.
So you could do it if you want to.
So you can listen to my voice. Now you got to see me looking all crazy.
and then it doesn't. Well, it's probably still gonna sound like that on the audio.
Like what? We can't
like you're close, right? You don't have your headphones.
I don't get to do.
See, so you do need your headphones. But what happened?
I was crying.
Oh no, you were not. You did not cry like that. Wow.
Oh man.
Wow. Yeah. So, well, I know I actually went live before I came in the house. Just talking about next year and planning for next year, and talking about it now, right? It's the middle of November. And like the way I looked at it was like, if life is like a huge vehicle, normally if you have
a thought box of chocolate.
Oh, sure. But if you have, if you got a real big truck or a bus or something like that, it takes effort and time and planning to turn it.
Oh, yes.
So I'm just thinking about if you're making adjustments for next year, then you need to kind of start now. So by the time 2024 starts, you're already in the lane and you can go. So it's crazy if you think about it, like to be making plans for 2024 on December 31st.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's 1st. I got it now, I'm going. If it's something that's, you can.
But if if
you're doing something more long term.
Well, I said this too. I said it's like, so when we out walking, which we haven't done in a while.
But raining.
That's my fault. Oh yeah, it was raining. And but I wasn't thinking about it. But like, we walk and then we'll run some. And then when we run, it'll be like, okay. What are we laughing at? What?
And you said run, I was like, try it, but
Try it. Oh, you're making fun. You're making fun. Okay. All right. But yeah, it's sad too, because it's like she'll do the thing where she'll run forward and run back, and it's just, it is what it is. But that's not even getting an old thing. That is, you've always been a faster runner than me. So, but when we're out walking and then we decide to run, as I was saying, then normally it'll be like, okay, when we get to that pole, we're gonna start running. And we're going to run from that pole to that pole. And it's like, you say that so I can be like, okay, all right, let's get ready to run. So I think even when you're planning for your next year, starting to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do next year.
Head the game.
Right. So when it's time to start, you can go. But if you start when you're supposed to start, you're still getting your head in the game.
Yeah.
So then you're going to start slow. You're going to fool around and you're not going to start working on anything until February. And then listen, everybody's different. If you are let's go, do what you got to do. But if you're a foot dragger, then just start earlier. Like I don't even like this idea like, oh, change who you are. Maybe you could, but you could also work with who you are, So, and then with that, like I know one of the things I want to do is like we make goals for ourselves, and I think we did it before actually, but I think they might have been young and it didn't click and we didn't hold them accountable. But with the kids, kind of make goals for, help them make their goals. And I know one thing I want to do is, everybody's on social media, and again, in that thought of not trying to change who they are necessarily, but it's like, okay, what are you doing in this space? If you're going to be on Snapchat, here's some things I need you to do while you're there. So it's like we got one, she's doing the culinary thing. And then, the other two / 3, are into acting. And it's like, okay, I need you to do some of this acting, you know what I mean? On social media. Like, don't just be on there. Don't just be a consumer. Actually create some stuff.
Be a creative.
Yeah.
And the stuff that, I don't do social media anyway, but the stuff that they be doing, like, why are you putting your effort into this TikTok. I mean, if you're gonna do the TikTok, do the TikTok.
Right.
You know, I mean, like, come, just have.
Yeah.
No, do it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, do
Right.
it.
Right.
But like, why is the kitchen the backdrop for everybody?
Because they ain't going nowhere. They just at home. They just fooling around.
Go outside. Get some greenery behind you or something.
Yeah.
But
like.
I digress.
Yeah, be something so that people come to you to see what you have. Don't just be like, oh, well, let me go see what other people. Other people are just people and they just do things. You're a people.
You're a people too.
You could do things and then people will come to watch you do things. Come to watch you do things. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's that.
Planning for the new year.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get there, we got a whole another holiday or two.
And 3 birthdays.
In between. Oh man.
Technically 4, but 3 birthdays.
Birthdays for birth people.
Yeah. I forgot to call your sister yesterday.
Oh,
did you call
shame.
Your sister?
I talked to my sibling yesterday. Yes.
I mean, she ain't impressed, but I might call her today. Yeah.
It still counts.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you asked me what my favorite candy was. I told them to.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you were saying favorite candle?
Candy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Not a dessert.
All right. You're going to leave dessert off. Dang, man. So it's between the mac and cheese, the yams, and the dressing. Mm-hmm. And dressing can be dry. So I would put dressing in third, even though I really like it. I put it in third, and I think I'll put yams in second place. So probably mac and cheese.
So that's the one thing you're gonna always eat.
Yeah, no.
Point blank.
Yeah.
Even if it's made differently.
What's made differently?
It. Yeah. People use different noodles, different colored cheeses.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, because it's gonna work. Listen, the oldest made some mac and cheese the other day, and it wasn't right.
You repurposed it.
I fixed it. Yep. So and it was great. It was wetter than it needed to be.
That was her first time out the gate.
Yeah, mac and cheese. And we're trying to push her, to do more. So, what about you?
Yams. Sans, what the white fluffy stuff is. Marshmallows and nuts.
Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams.
That was it.
Show me. I got bills to pay.
What they got to do with yams?
Can I get to the yams? No. You're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know. It's funny. Funny song. It's like they left it to your interpretation what yams was. So yams was, it could have been money, could have been other things, etc.
Could have been yams.
Yeah, I think it's a newer song, but it sounds like 90s R&B. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. But yeah. So you not only is yams your favorite, it's your favorite thing to cook. That's normally what you make. But you also make them, I think you make them crunchier. I don't want to say crunchy, not crunchy. They don't have to be all the way.
I don't want a souffle.
Yeah.
I do not want a souffle. I also don't want big old rocks.
Yeah.
Just give me a nice.
But you also don't do squares. You keep them.
No, the shape of the yam. The circles.
Marshmallows. That's what you was saying.
I said that. I did say the word.
Oh, okay.
I think so. But you was all into your song, having a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
also not pecans. You don't want.
I said that too. But again, you were deep.
Yeah.
Into your song.
I got bills to pay. That's what it was. Bills distracted me. And I was trying to get to the yams. Yeah. Yeah. So
that was it. I had nothing else.
Right.
No other words.
All right. Well, all of our things in places, right? So go to ghostreaders.com. Well, we do have some exegeses of our shows there, so you can read that as this is our writer. You have, yeah. You listen to the
blog
show.
Thing?
Yes, yeah, the blog. It's not an exegesis, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll get on that. Yeah, so we have that there, and then of course you can book us and just see some of the work we've done. Also, if you go to the Right Stuff merch, wait, yeah, I don't know, and up here somewhere, yeah. All right, it would be the
that way.
Start right? Yeah. Go to therightstuffmerch.com. You can get things, not just shirts, but coffee mugs and etc. And I'll create some more things. If you have some ideas of like, oh, this is cute, I would like to have this, let me know. You know what I mean? I'll create it. And
she was yawning.
You can email us, and our email is,
I don't even know no more because he changed it.
No, I didn't. It's still voices. It's still voices.
It's voices. Voices. Get your hand off my booty.
I'm supporting you. I'm being supportive.
Voices@ghostreaders.com.
Yeah. The grip is just to make sure that you don't go anywhere. That's all. And yeah, and this, obviously is on our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe so that when we put up a new thing. We seem to be enjoying this.
A new thing. What, the camera?
Yeah. So, no, not just the camera, but I mean, we'll not always do it when kids are around, so I don't have to leave and deal with, But yeah. So yeah, like and subscribe here, and then also, this will be audio. So if everywhere you listen to your podcast, Ghostreaders Podcast, Absolutely. You can hear it. We'll have the nice smooth music, and it'll be a little chopped up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yes. If you want, what am I thinking? What am I saying?
I can't see it.
Can't see it. Definitely looking for what do you call it? If you want to promote your thing, let us know. Can't be everybody. Can't promote everything, But we do have commercial spaces. We can have commercials here for you, so the people that watch us can watch you. So yeah, man,
that's about it, yo.
That's it. Sound good.